Ready? Hey guys, Friz020 here. Had a video request from a guy named Josh Tilley121. He wanted to know how you ride with a passenger, everything from the basics, like them getting on the bike, to how it affects the bike's weight. So first things I'm going to talk about is you need to tell the passenger all these basics straight away. In fact, get them to watch this video because their weight has a lot to do with how the bike balances on the road and everything. I've drafted in the help of my lovely assistant Rachel, who's going to help me demonstrate the passenger part of this video. So for the passenger getting on, if I lean the bike upright, now I'm going to leave the side stand down, but I've got both legs firmly on the floor, and they're going to take most of the brunt of the weight. The side stand's just there in case my leg buckles or anything like that, but the side stand is not designed to take the weight of two people. So as for the passenger getting on, if Rachel is first going to put her left foot on the left foot peg, then her left hand on my left shoulder, swing her right leg round, and I've got the weight, and she's put her right foot on the right foot peg, and that's as easy as it is. That's how a passenger gets on the motorcycle, and then you drive away. Just a bit I missed out on that last video. I normally pull in the brake lever as well when the passenger is getting on. Right. So the weight of a passenger affects quite a lot of your bike. Just did then. And it's not something that you'll really realise until you're riding with the passenger yourself. Your brakes will not work as effectively, and you can feel the back end quite a lot lower. It's even more noticeable when you're not moving. So as well as your brakes, your acceleration isn't as good. You'll have to release the clutch and rev slightly more. And it's like learning how to set off on a motorcycle again, setting off with the passenger. Even if you're good at riding a bike normally, you can be completely naff at riding with a passenger because it's totally different. So yeah, the entire weight of the bike's affected, and how they lean affects how you lean as well. Passengers, if they're not used to motorcycles, would normally want to stay quite upright, and that's completely natural. They're not going to want to lean while they're travelling, but they need to. Rachel's been on my bike for quite a lot now, so she's got the hang of it. Perfect time to talk about leaning. And she dips into the corners with me, but at the start, when she first started coming on, she didn't, and you have to lean more, and you have to try and push it even more, or just encourage them. But I really recommend going slowly and keeping calm when you're first riding with a passenger, and get used to how your motorcycle feels, because it will be completely different. And when they get off, your motorcycle will feel much more agile than you're used to, although it will be exactly the same. And you can't get carried away. See, I'm having to brake quite hard in order to stop in time. Probably shouldn't have pulled my clutch in, but still. Now, as for the passenger where to hold on to, I normally ask for my passengers to hold on to me because I feel more confident. There isn't really any sort of grab rail on the CBR 600F apart from under the seat, and I, as a passenger, never felt confident the one time that I did it, holding onto the grab rails. And I've never had a passenger who's felt confident grabbing onto the grab rails either. They're underneath the seat, so your hands are beneath you. It forces you to sit more upright, and I just don't think it's a very good idea myself. I ask my passengers to hold on to me because their weight is closer to me, so it's closer to the centre, which helps with the whole balance of the bike and makes it much more comfortable for both of us. Although, and if I'm going fast, I'll normally tell them to lean on me because it makes it even closer. I'm wearing a rucksack at the moment, but I often won't when I'm with a passenger, just because then they can get even closer. I asked them to hold their hands around me. Rachel's got quite a little bit more confident now, and she doesn't very often. She holds onto my straps, my rucksack straps, which is all right. It's good enough, and I feel confident taking her on the back now, so that's not as bad either. But at first, she used to grab onto me so tight I couldn't breathe. And it's completely understandable being on the back of some sports bike when you've got no experience with motorcycles or anything like that. So expect that from a new passenger, definitely. What else could I talk about? Oh, actually, communication between people. Rachel and I can't hear each other very well, and you can't normally when you're talking with a passenger. You have to go quite slowly, and you have to be moving quite slowly so that you can hear each other over the wind noise and the engine noise to be able to actually talk to each other. It's easier just to pull over. For signals, like communicating if they need to stop or anything like that, a tap on the leg, ask the passenger to tap you on the leg or something and come up with some kind of system like that. That makes the most sense in my eyes. I'll tap her if I'm about to go fast as well so that she expects it. But I'm getting her a Scala Rider G4 so that we can communicate through our headsets, because there's absolutely nothing better than that, seriously. I really recommend that if you're going to be riding with someone regularly. She's poking me now. What's up? So Rachel was just saying that we decided that when she first came on, that if she was uncomfortable or she wanted to stop, she'd tap me twice on the shoulder. That's quite a good system. She's tapping me twice now. Does that mean you want to pull over? Alright, she was just demonstrating. Right, so I think I've got everything covered there. If you've got any more questions, ask in the comments. And seriously, just give it a go taking a passenger for a ride. It's an entirely new experience. As I mentioned in my... bumps aren't nice for either of us. As I mentioned in my Why I Love Motorcycle Touring video, you get that same sort of feeling, and sharing the experience with them is really nice when you're riding with someone, and it's exactly the same when you're taking a passenger. So I seriously recommend giving that a go. Just make sure you take it easy to begin with. Alright, just as a bit of an addition, Rachel's just given me a really good one. She says, as well as the passenger, and it's actually really useful having the passenger who can talk to me about this, because it gives you an insight on both sides. She said, as much as the passenger has to respect the rider in how they ride their bike and give them enough space to do it, the rider also has to respect the passenger, that they might not be used to riding fast or anything like that, and they have to really take it easy and not go crazy. Anyway, that's the end of this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you learned something from it. This was Friz020, and I'll see you all later.